This is really starting to get old. Like, really starting to get old. Raptors come out firing, up by 10 after the first quarter, looking good. And then they slowly die. Obviously -8 in the second quarter. +2 in the third, so they kind of get back in it a little bit. But then -11 in the fourth quarter. They just blow it again. And, I mean, you thought that after the really tough, bad loss a night ago, you thought, okay, the Raptors are going to come out firing tonight and, get it going. Get a good win over a tough team because they're back at home. Well, they came out firing, yes, scoring 37 points in the first quarter. However, they just fell apart. It sucked. When James Harden is getting a triple-double, and he had 40 points in this one, he shot 13 of 26. He shot 50%. So he was efficient, plus he had a lot of points. It's going to be tough to win games when him alone hit 40. DeMar Carroll had a bounce-back night, though, after doing really tough last night. Had 26 points and 8 boards in this one. Looked really good. Powell had 10 off the bench. JV, tough night, 8 and 5. However, he was 4 of 4 from the field, so just didn't take a lot of shots. Didn't get a lot of shot opportunities. Kyle Lowry only with 12 points. He shot only 2 of 7, 5 boards, 6 assists. Okay night. And DeMar DeRozan had a great one, 36 points as well. He shot 13 of 21. Good to see there. And good to see Patrick Patterson back in the lineup. He went 8 and 7 and 2 assists as well. It sucks. And also it sucks that Patrick Patterson fouled out in his first game. Yikes. This team, there's something that has to change. There's something that's not going right. I think we can all see it. Is that going to be Jared Sullinger? I don't know. He did 4-on-4 drills. I think it was on Friday he did that. So maybe he's close to return. Maybe they're trying to wait for a return, see what he can do, and if he's not as big of an impact as they would have hoped, they might make a move. In my eyes, they should make a move anyways. I think in your guys' eyes, they should make a move. I think that's the way I always guess I was going for it. The thing that frustrates me with this Raptor team, if one night you're shooting fantastic, the defense ain't there. But another night, when you play really well defensively, but your offense is a little right? And it's just like, that's what it seemed to be of late. Raptors, shoot very well in this one, 54%, 44% from 3, and 90% from the free throw line. And they had 30 attempts from the line. That's very good. However, Houston shot 52% and 84% from the line. They shot very good, and they also had 11 more attempts. Therefore, a big issue, once again, that I forgot to mention, but I'm going to mention here because it's just something that we've seen over the past few games, and it's starting to scare me, is the offensive boards. They were +6, and the Rockets were +6 in this one, 10-4. And, that's got to change. Giving a team a second chance to score puts you in a hole a lot. You can have a really good possession, really good defensive possession. Everybody's looking good. Even the crowd's giving them applause because they look really good. They take a shot, they miss. They get that offensive board. It's a whole new shot clock, whole new play. The Raptors got to redo it again. And in hindsight, when you give up 2-3 offensive boards in the same play, the odds of them getting a bucket is much bigger than it was, because everybody's scrambling at that point. Also they were +8 in assists, so the ball movement was very good for Houston on this night. And just the Raptors have just not looked well. They're only 11 games over 500 now. That's still pretty good. However, Boston is right on our tail in the Atlantic Division, only 1 game behind us. Do I think the Raptors will take over that, just kind of push away? In my eyes, they will. I just wish it happened sooner rather than later. I don't want any drama down the stretch. Just a game where offensive boards kill you again, and James Harden kills you. That's pretty much what it was. And the lack of productivity offensively from Kyle Lowry, only with 12 points in JV. I mean, after a great night in the last one, I mean, he's been producing well of late. In his last couple games, 14-7, but he still looked pretty good. And 18-13, you're thinking he's finding a stride. Then he goes 8-5. Ideally, he only played 23 minutes to his normal 33 and 31 in the last two games. Which, I mean, ideally, if you gave him the amount of minutes that you gave him in the previous games, he could look even better. But we're going off those stats line, and he wasn't as good as we know JV can at times. So let's forget about this one. I'm just going to forget about it. It's not going to be easy, but I'm going to forget about it. I'm going to move on because the team I was just talking about that could jump the Raptors, the Boston Celtics, well, they're the next opponent for the Raptors. That is Tuesday night. Good news is we're at home, and we got a day off. They need to rest, and they got to win this game. This is one of the biggest of the year. You lose, if I'm not mistaken, it'll be a tie. I'm not sure if Boston would jump us. It'll be all nitpicky stats and all that. Boston would tie the Raptors for the division lead. It's very close. I don't want that. I want us to pull away like we've done in previous years. Let's get that going. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you guys disliked the game, hit that like button if that makes any sense. Hit the subscribe button if you guys haven't already, and comment down below what you guys thought of the game. And we'll talk to you guys Tuesday night, Raptors edition. Raptors, Celtics, and Friday night, I know I got to keep previewing the Leaf game, Rangers, Leafs. We'll talk to you guys then. See ya.